development. Next, we would like to welcome our Mr. Fora, Sri Agartala to lead this meeting. Thank you.
Education without fluency has no purpose in life if it cannot elevate you to a higher platform. Communication and fluency is the reason why India today is ahead of China when it comes to service industry, when it comes to software development, IT. That is because when an Indian lands up in Europe or in the West, unlike the Chinese, unlike the Vietnamese, unlike many people from other parts of the world, we do not enter a country where we are lacking in the communication skills. And I think for that, the first generation is far more successful in these fields because of our proficiency in English. So I think I'm very happy, because Father, when I first came to Tripura and I gave a speech in a public platform, I had come out of St. Edmund's, St. Anthony's, studied in a Catholic institution like the Salesian Brothers, and I was quite okay in English. But when I came to Tripura and I first gave my speech or a lecture, I was told, "Apni English bolen na, বাংলাতে বললে ভালো হবে, অনেক ছাত্র ইংলিশ জানে না." But today, I'm not comparing Kokborok, Bangla, Hindi and English. I'm talking about our children's future. And today, while we should learn Kokborok, while we should learn Bangla, while we should learn our native languages like Hindi or Malayali, fathers are from Kerala, we should also try to learn another language which will help us communicate with the rest of the world. So I'm very happy that the students themselves, आपने बोल दिया तो अब मुझे भी अपना इंग्लिश को थोड़ा सा ब्रश अप करना पड़ेगा. Of course, my English father is not as good as Shashi Tharoor. I met him the other day and I'll meet him again in a couple of days' time, and I will tell him that I met our brothers from Kerala, and they insisted that even in Tripura I speak in English, and that is the Tharoorian effect. So of course I will not speak like the way Shashi Tharoor does, but I will make sure that I try to communicate the best to all of you all. I want to keep it light, but I want to also keep it honest. To all my students, you know who Maharaja Bir Bikram was. Many of you all say he was a king. But what did the king do? You see, this man here, he's my grandfather. To many people, he's a king. To me, he is my grandfather. All of you all have fathers and grandfathers at home. So I don't look at him as a king. I look at him as a man who was ahead of his time. You know, he died at the age of 39. 39. And if he had lived a bit more longer, maybe our history would have been a slightly bit more better. Today, In the news TVs, I see, news TV channel, I see, a foreign minister is going abroad. Some so-and-so official is going America to America. Will Donald Trump meet him? Why is Donald Trump not meeting so-and-so? But this man, Maharaja Bir Bikram, who looks like a lot of you all, I am a Bukung Kolok, he is a Bukung Bara. Right? He looks like you. 100 years ago, when he went to America, from a small state like Tripura, he was welcomed by the President of America, Franklin Roosevelt. That was the respect not Maharaja got, the state of Tripura got. This is the same man who allowed in Mariam Nagar for the missionaries to set up more educational institutes. He was a Hindu, but he allowed and he gave land and he wanted education to prosper. He didn't think who was a Christian or who was a Hindu or a Muslim or a Buddhist. This is the same man whose private bodyguards and in the Ujjanta palace, namaz would be read. He is the same man who also made Buddha Mandir in Agartala. He was not a Buddhist, but he did it. The man was ahead of his time. When he went to America, many people don't realize this, that when he went to America, he visited the Native American Reserve, like in Tripura, in Northeast, in Africa, in Australia, even in America, there are indigenous people. Some people call it in a derogatory term Red Indians, but they are called Native Americans. The original people of America are the Native American Indians. So when Maharaja went to America, he said, I want to see not the white man. I want to meet the original people of America. So they took him to California, they took him to Kansas, where he saw the native tribal land reservation system. And Maharaja writes in his diary that it breaks my heart to see how the original people are living in this condition. And then he comes back to India. And in 1939 and in 1941, Maharaja Bir Bikram goes and reserves land for the indigenous people of the Tripura. And today, the TTAADC is created by the Land Reservation Gazette notification which the Maharaja created in 1939 and 1941. And today, that whatever land we have is because he went to America, he learned from America, he came back and he created a reserve land for the indigenous people. Now many people will say, why is Pradyot only talking about indigenous? Well, let me remind to my critics. This is the same Maharaja when Mahatma Gandhi wrote a letter in 1940 that the people of Bengal are dying of the famine and the British have ruined our food banks. Please help. The same Maharaja who looks like you opened up the granaries of Tripura and sent trucks and trucks of food so that the people in Bengal will not die of hunger. Such was the man. We talk about Rabindranath Tagore. But I must tell you, some of us are very ungrateful people. Rabindranath Tagore got his Nobel Peace Prize in 1911. He got it abroad. But in India, no one respected Rabindranath Tagore. It was through the Maharajas that Shanti Niketan was funded. When Jagdish Chandra Bose wanted to go abroad to study in UK, Maharaja financed his education. Many people don't know that the first Vishnu temple in UK was financed by the Maharaja himself. It's still there, but people don't acknowledge him. अरे कौन है चाइनीज जैसा देखने वाला राजा? But we should be proud of him. And when Rabindranath Tagore was very unwell and nobody had recognized Rabindranath Tagore's contribution, Maharaja Bir Bikram said, मैं शांति निकेतन खुद जाऊंगा. He went to Shanti Niketan and he gave him the only honor Rabindranath Tagore ever got in India during his living, the Bharat Bhaskar. What has happened to us today that we fight amongst each other? What has happened to each other today that the same Tripura which the American president acknowledged and accepted, today, when even we go to Delhi, we cannot get to meet our leaders in Delhi. Forget America, to dur ki baat. You know why? Because we lost our unity. So when you have no respect, when your biggest enemy is sitting next to you, then the real enemy will take advantage of your lack of unity. Somebody says एकता. एकता तो भालो शब्द अच्छे, बहुत अच्छा शब्द है एकता. हिंदी में है, बंगाली में है, इंग्लिश में unity. I say it in Kokborok, এই ভালো শব্দ নেই থানসা. Why? Unity spreads love. Today I sit here and I look at you all, and I am in this dais today and I look at all of you all and I see, I don't look at you as Hindu, Christians, Buddhists, Muslims, Piprasa, Chakma, Bengali, Manipuri. I look at you as my fellow Tripuris. But who has divided you in 70 years? Which was not there before. People like me, goddamn politicians. करेज लगता है बोलने के लिए. अभी रुनिल यहाँ में काँप रहा है कि बोल दिया. But frankly, I was born not as a politician. I studied not because I was in politics. And if I die, do you think there's a separate room for politician in heaven or hell? So why bring politics in everything? You know, we are divided. We hate each other. We boycott each other. We don't love each other anymore. And when you don't love each other, other people are going to take advantage. Why are we divided? Because by dividing us, somebody wins an election. By dividing us, someone can rule us from Delhi. By dividing us, आप किसी के घर में चले जाइए. You go to somebody's house, किसी के घर में जाइए. आपको किसी ने लंच के लिए इनवाइट किया हो, वहाँ में हस्बैंड वाइफ फाइट कर रहा है ना, जो लंच में आएगा ना, वो एडवांटेज लेगा ही लेगा. भाई भाई फाइट करता, थर्ड मैन कम्स एंड टेक्स एडवांटेज. टू फ्रेंड्स फाइट, third person gets advantage. Here we are fighting with each other. And I appeal to all my teachers, my generation and the generation before me, we fought. And we fought. But we never fought together. We fought with each other. So we can always say, 1980 তে হয়েছে, 1995 এ হয়েছে, लेकिन कोई नहीं बोलता कि 2030 में आपका बेटा, आपका बेटी भी गरीब रहेगा, मेरा बच्चा भी गरीब रहेगा, क्योंकि ये फाइटिंग चलते रहा. और other states have overtaken us. Intolerance. Today, what is the Christian population of India? Father, if I'm wrong, it's 1.9% to 2%. Maximum. 2% Christian population. Please look at the number of colleges in ratio to the population. Colleges would be 10%, schools will be 14%, hospitals will be 9 to 10%. So the Christian population has built far more schools, far more hospitals, far more colleges than their own population. Did they only think about themselves? Yet today, when someone goes to Chhattisgarh, we target them because we are scared of conversion. नहीं मारना ताली तो मारो, मैं सच बोल रहा हूं. This is it reality. Why do people, again politics, the real challenge for all of us is not religion. I am, as a proud Hindu, I pray. My teacher was Brother D'Souza, who is no longer alive. The lady who brought me was Peggy Martin. Some of my best friends are Muslims. And I do Vipassana meditation, which comes from Buddhism. I have learned to love. Because it's easier to love than to hate. Yet we continue to hate because that is a shortcut. World Indigenous Day is important because of our identity. People should be proud of their identity. I am proud of my identity when I wear my risa, when I see my women in a rignai, when someone wants to eat berma butoi, have berma butoi. It's my goddamn food. You have to have it. I'm proud of it. But that does not mean that you make fun of somebody else's culture. It does not mean you make fun of somebody else's dress or someone else's attire. Today, we speak less about who we are, but we look upon others and we try to destroy them. We have lost our values. Young boys and girls, I want to tell you one thing. दिल से बोलूं? दिल से बोलूं? अभी भी दिल से ही बोल रहा था, कोई स्पीच सामने नहीं है. I love you. I really love you. And I want to fight for you. I really want to fight for you. I want to fight for all of you here. Father, I will fight for you. Because I've learned one thing as I've grown older. When you give love, no? Whether you succeed or you don't succeed, at least you know from your heart you're giving it your best. People say ये politics करता है, ये emotion करता है, greater Tipraland बोलता है, क्या है ये? I've never wanted to harm anybody. I've just wanted to bring up my next generation. So tomorrow, and I said this in Maharaja Bir Bikram University, I don't want you to be, your father may have driven a car, but I want you to own that car. Your father may have worked as a constable in a police station, or your mother may have worked as a nurse in a hospital. but I want your father and your mother to be a DGP in police. I want you all not to be lawyers. I want you to be a high court judge. I don't want you to be simply a TCS officer. I want you to be a chief secretary. And if having that dream for my next generation makes me a villain, I will be that villain. But I will continue to push for my state's image and my people's image. अगर ये सपना देखना पाप है तो मैं ये सपना देखते रहूंगा. Because I know the potential that you have. I know the capability you have. When you are denied because of some politicians, because you are denied because of a system, because you are denied because they think this is the only way a system can progress. But I need help. And Father, I know that you all forgive. Confessions are made for that. Sometimes people make confessions behind a closed door. My heart is pure, Father. Everyone, I can say sorry if I've hurt you. I can say I will try harder, but I will never live with an accusation that I have betrayed my people for some post, some money, or some gains in my private life. सब मरते हैं, लेकिन शरीर पहले मर जाए तो अलग बात है. लेकिन बहुत लोगों का आत्मा पहले मर जाता है, शरीर जिंदा रहता है. I want my atma to be there. And my Atma says, do not betray your people. Do not betray your people. Your heart says that. Indigenous Day is very important for us. Not only for us to highlight a Hojagiri or a Mamita dance, or there is a Manipuri dance after this. We have a wonderful Bengali poet recital or a dance after this. It is important to keep your culture alive. And I think that cultures can coexist together. We are not in a 100-meter race. Okay, my culture should overtake yours. Why do we have to compete with culture? If you like my Bhangoi, I like your Morigonto. I love Iromba. Father, I love Puttu for breakfast. Kerala se aata Malayali. Father is laughing now. Best breakfast is puttu and appam. So why can't we? India is such a diverse country. So why should we try to stamp on one culture to dominate somebody? If people want to learn Kokborok in Roman script, they should be allowed to learn in Roman script. I would like my Bengali brothers and sisters to come forward and support us. I also want unemployment to go away from Tripura. Let's learn to help each other. And a small step can take us a lot more ahead in life. I know that, Father, you need permission from your administrative block. But today I was in Maharaja Bir Bikram College and I went to the library there. It was so hot. So I asked the principal, can I make it fully air conditioned? And she was very humble and gracious, and she said she will talk as per the due process, and she agreed. After they get clearance, of course. And today I am asking Holy Cross, can I do something for you? I know that you all participate in music, sports, quiz. I know that you will have your cultural team. Suppose you have a contest in Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Guwahati, and you have to send your football team, cricket team, quiz team, cultural team, dance team, and there is problem with the fund. Father, I will put money from my own pocket, not from the TTEDC, also from my own pocket, and I will sponsor. That much I can offer you. You see, Father, when my Holy Cross wins, when my Holy Cross wins, I will not say it's a Christian institute which won, it's a tribals who won, Bengalis who won. I'll say Tripura won. I'll feel proud. And that's what I want to do. Father, if you have a library here and you want me to give air conditions so that our children can sit down and read, you don't have? You have? So khatam. Okay, Tata, goodbye. But if you have, let's say, your auditorium, it's so hot sitting, all of you sitting here, and you want me to give you something. Father, again, many people say, ये तो शिलोंग में रहता है, शिलोंग में वो है. मैं शिलोंग में पैसा कमाता हूँ, आपके यहाँ में खर्चा करता हूँ. ठीक है? मेरा अपना बिजनेस से मैं अपना पैसा लगा के I will do it. But I want to do so that the children, the youngsters, they have a nice time. And I really want to help. I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. Every day, one day is getting less in my life. I don't have a family. I don't have children. But when I see all of you all, I look at you as my own children. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, I want to do something for you all. And I know that when I do something from the heart, up there is God. You may call it Jesus, you may call it Ram, you may call it Allah, you may call it Buddha. But there is God up there. And if you follow the path of truth with your heart, if you learn to give, if you learn to forgive, then you will have a place in heaven. And I really want to help my next generation. I don't want to think about the next election. I want to think about my next generation. And if Tripura can even be benefited by one small effort, then I will think that I have done justice to my grandfather, Maharaja Bir Bikram. Thank you once again, all of you all. Was my English all right? I could have spoken in a broken English. I could have spoken in all other languages. Thank you for giving me a chance to speak, to communicate. I'm sorry that you all had to wait so much. I'm humbled by the love that you have given me. I've never felt more love than you all, fathers. I mean, you have given me so much love that anytime you need me, I will stand up with you. I don't care what anyone says. I will stand up with you all, not only here, but everywhere in India. I will stand with you all shoulder to shoulder. Thank you, Father. And I hope what I am saying, the message is going, because Bubagra stands with you all. That message should go also. To the faculty, teachers, I know you all have worked very hard. Please invite me more often to your college. I feel very nice. Sitting with politicians, I get depression, sugar बढ़ जाता है, blood pressure आ जाता है. लेकिन when I sit with you all, I think I don't need medicine also. I think I don't even need a doctor then. I'm perfectly fine. I think I know my medicine is sitting with good people, young people. Your heart is pure. आपका अंदर ईमानदारी आज भी है, दिखाई पड़ता है. You are honest people. And I will fight for my honest people every time. Belai belai no hambai. Dhannobad. To Father, please pray for us. And may God bless all of you all. I love you, and may you all continue to prosper, and you will make our state of Tripura proud. Belai belai no hambai kuluka. Thank you.